Good morning, Pinecrest family and friends. Principal Rudden here. Happy Wednesday. I cannot believe it's already the middle of February. The school year is just flying by. It's been a great school year so far, and I know we're going to finish strong. I just wanted to provide a few updates as far as car loop. And just to give a little insight, number one, it's always about safety for us. And the only safe and effective way for you to drop your kids off or pick them up from school is to go through our car loop. This is something also from a city standpoint. They're really focused on the compliance, and they were even out this week to ensure that our car loop was functioning correctly. We've gotten lots of kudos from the city as well as other people who have been to our campus as far as how efficient and effective our car loop is, especially compared to other schools in the area. So we really do have a great system, but we need our families to follow the system to ensure that we can keep everybody safe. A couple quick updates that just got put on my radar, and since I'm aware of it, when we know better, we do better. And so one thing that I wanted to point out for an update is right here, we have a yellow gate that is usually locked during school car loop time. So after school and before school, that gate is locked. We open it during the day so that through traffic can come in, drop off things at the school or pick up things from the school, like UPS, the post office, other places like that. But during the morning, we had been opening it at 7:55. And some families, specifically for elementary, were coming in that way in order to drop their kids off at 7:55. I just want to provide an update. That will be locked from now on until 8 o'clock. So that won't be an entry point for anybody to come in to drop their kids off for school in the morning for elementary. This is, again, because from a compliance standpoint, we're required to only have one entry and one exit point for our car loop. So we cannot have parents coming in this way as well as off of Taylor Street. So again, this will be closed from now moving forward until 8 o'clock, so it won't be a way that parents can get into the end of car loop. Another thing that I just wanted to point out as well is that we're having a lot of families coming through the elementary parking lot to drop their kids off right at the bell or late. And it's becoming a little bit of a hazard because parents are going in 2 to 3 separate lanes, which the kids are small, and sometimes they're walking behind cars or in front of cars, and the last thing we want to do is put any student in a situation where they're potentially in danger or getting hit accidentally. So that can't happen on our watch, and we want to do everything we can to put parameters in place to ensure the safety of our students. So again, we were having like 2-3 lanes coming in here, so we're going to make some changes to adjust to ensure the safety of our students. One of those changes is going to be at 8 o'clock. This area will now be coned off. So no families will be allowed to enter through there to drop off their kids if they're tardy or late to school. There are a few situations, whether there's a medical reason or other reasons that have been accommodated by the office, that we will allow families to go through. And those families will be aware, as well as the team that's out here to support will be aware of what families need to have to be able to get through to drop them off at the front if there's a reason specifically that needs to happen. Otherwise, we are going to ask that families park here in the back parking loading area and walk their kids up. So again, we'll give a little run time. So we won't start implementing this till Tuesday the 17th of next week. But starting Tuesday the 17th of next week, we will be coning this area off at 8 o'clock. Again, thank you so much for your ongoing support. We know some of these things are a little bit change, and change can be hard at times, but please know it's all about ensuring the safety of our school and our students, and we appreciate your support in that effort. All right, families, one other thing that you have probably seen this morning that took place is we are having more Henderson Police presence, and this is again about surrounding safety of all of the community as well as our school. So this morning there was Henderson Police out ticketing parents. Please know you cannot do a U-turn in a school zone. We're working with the city. They've been super cooperative and supportive of our school and making sure we get as much signage out here as possible. So thank you to the city for their ongoing supports and efforts and making sure that our surrounding area is kept safe as we expand and grow around us. But we need our team and our community and stakeholders that go to Pinecrest Cadence and Pinecrest Virtual to do their part to make sure that we're following the rules and procedures in place to ensure that that can happen and that the school's as safe as possible. So again, you cannot do U-turns in a school zone. There will be Henderson Police Department out here from time to time ticketing people, so do that at your own risk. Thank you so much for your support. All right, one other important safety concern that I just wanted to address as far as car loop, and this is one that I just really implore us to work together as a community to try our best to not do this. One, because we're really getting a lot of emails from our community members. We want to be a good community partner. We don't want to be doing stuff that is going to aggravate, irritate, or put anybody in a safety position from a school standpoint. So this is not a parking zone. This side area where the dirt is, it is not a parking zone. And so what we're seeing is a lot of families are parking there, having their kids walk, and then they're peeling out, kicking up dirt, rocks, and then also having to merge into traffic that's oncoming in both directions. It's just really not safe for anybody. So again, this is not a parking zone or a loading zone, and isn't an area that's authorized by the school for us to use. This is something that the city also will be monitoring more frequently, and they potentially will be out here ticketing people. So just wanted to be completely transparent, make sure that we're working together to continue to maintain a safe and productive car loop. So thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. The one final thing that I wanted to point out with car loop is this right here is an exit only area. This is not enter. So it says right there, do not enter. A lot of times I know especially on the weekends or later in the day, people may think that they can just go in that way. But I've seen almost a couple car accidents just because people are pulling in this way instead of going all the way to the end. I know it's a couple extra feet to go to the end and come into the parking lot, but again, just really hope that we all can follow the signage and the road signs and make sure that we're keeping our parking lot and our car loop as safe as possible for all pedestrians and all students that go to our school. So again, thank you so much. Appreciate your support, and let's finish out the year in a great way. Thank you.